All right, you guys, welcome to the call. My name is Jill Bush, and I am actually a national vice president with Arbonne International. I just celebrated my 20 years. Woo woo. I'm excited about that. And I just want to share a little bit about why I decided to jump in and what made me say yes to actually adhering to the 30 days to healthy living. I'd seen a lot of people do it and I never really adhered 100% to it. I had cheated along the way. And about 2 months ago, I decided to just do it. I hosted a Wellness Wednesday party at my house. And when my friend weighed me and I saw what my visceral fat was, even though I thought I looked good, I was like, it wasn't even an option anymore. It was like, I am doing this, I am sticking with it, and I'm going to lose this weight. Right. And so, even though my clothes fit and I looked fine, I knew something internally beneath the surface was just not right. And so, for me, that was like an inflection point. You hear people have an inflection point, and that was an inflection point for me when that happened. And that was the moment basically that I had a wake up call and I decided I am all in on this 30 days to healthy living. And honestly, the accountability that I had with a friend of mine, that changed everything. Checking in, I checked in with her daily. I weighed myself daily. And I know a lot of people will say, don't weigh yourself daily. I use the scale not to see if I was losing weight or gaining weight, but actually to use it as data instead of a judgment tool. So that really helped me see my patterns and see if something I was eating was my friend or was my foe. And that was a big thing for me, you guys, because I could tell if I was heavily on carbs that day, what my weight was doing on that scale. And if I was more protein focused, what my weight was doing on that scale. And it really helped me see, like, okay, these are my friends and these are my foes and which foods to choose. So let me just kind of tell you a little bit about what the 30 Days to Healthy Living is if you haven't heard of it. Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living is a guided reset for your body and your habits. It basically, what it does is it focuses on eliminating inflammation, which I can totally see in my body that that's gone. It focuses on balancing your blood sugar, and all of our products are glycemic index approved, which is amazing. And it also helps support your gut health through clean nutrition and plant-based products. So this program helps you remove common irritants. So it might be gluten. For me, it's not gluten. I found out it's not, but for a lot of people, it is, right? So it might be gluten, it might be dairy, it might be refined sugar, it might be alcohol, it might be caffeine. So we remove all those things. We remove all those things for 30 days so we can see what our body is actually reacting to, what the scale is telling us, right? We replace them with nutrient dense foods, proteins, and Arbonne products that help support your digestion and energy. And then what this program does is it helps reset your metabolism and your mindset and your daily rituals and basically just your habits. It builds consistency. So it's actually brilliant. And some people will say, oh, is it a diet? No, it's not a diet. It's a lifestyle reset that teaches you to listen to your body, to understand what's going on within your body, and to also help fuel it properly with getting enough protein, getting enough water so that your skin is glowing, so that you feel vibrant again. So, wherever you are, whether you're someone on this call that just came to listen, or you want to lose weight or not, the 30-day program, whether you want to lose weight or not, is actually something that should be a non negotiable for your health. It has 9 essential amino acids. Your body actually has 20 essential amino acids. Arbonne has all 20 of them in the protein powder, which is so brilliant. And it's about optimizing how your body functions from the inside out. So most people right now, what's the big buzzword? You guys know what I'm going to say? I'm sure you know. It's GLP-1s, right? We hear, like, somebody today told me they call them peptides. They were on a GLP-1. And a lot of people are on GLP-1s to lose weight. But what happens is when you're on a GLP-1, you lose both fat, but you also lose muscle. So with this program, I just lost the weight or the fat, but I built the muscle as I continued to work out because I was using products that help support me and build muscle. And my digestion never slowed down. If anything, it's more on point than it's ever been. My body's being fed nutritionally, which is so important. It's not feeling starved from lower calorie intake. That's the difference between cleansing and nourishing versus restricting with the GLP-1, right? So let me just share with you some personal tweaks and some more about some of the products that I used, that are Arbonne products. And I also added, some of my own stuff in there. I started taking a lipospheric vitamin C. I started doing some other things just to add in for my own health. I started taking a sunflower lecithin, which a naturopath told me about, that was so important for my body that I seemed to be lacking. But some of my personal tweaks that made my program next level was the Be Well Superfood Greens. Okay, I actually used the tub of greens. You can use the Green Synergy, but I wanted to get all 36 fruits and vegetables in there. I mixed it with a whole lemon, and then I added some soaked chia seeds, which I had soaked overnight, which an inflammation coach told me about, to soak my chia seeds overnight and add them to my Be Well greens. That was a game changer for me, you guys. I started each day with the Be Well Superfood Greens, blended with the whole lemon and the chia seeds, and it was amazing. First thing in the morning, I had clean energy, hydration, and fiber to start the day off after a 12 or 14-hour fast, right? And the Be Well greens are really amazing. I think that they're underplayed. They contain 36 fruits and veggies and superfoods. They're packed with antioxidants, phytonutrients, plant based nutrients. They do support your energy, they support your immune health, and they help your body detoxify, right? And so, if we can detoxify our body, we can get rid of the things that might be helping us hold on to things like weight that we don't want, right? The lemon was brilliant because it added alkalinity and vitamin C to the superfood greens, while the chia seeds gave me more omegas, omega 3s, which I needed, and fiber for healthy digestion, right? To keep things moving and sustained, and also to give me the fullness that I needed. And when I tell you that in that greens, I also added a gut health probiotic in there. And if anybody has problems with elimination, I'm not a doctor. This is not, you know, written in stone, but I can just tell you from my clients that people who use the Be Well greens, and I think for those of you consultants on the call, if you want to just put in the chat that you use those and what your digestion is like, I think it's on point, because anybody that does the gut health for 2 weeks straight with Be Well Greens or Green Synergy, they are always texting me going, I am so regular. And it's something that we don't talk about often enough, right? So you can use the Be Well Greens and the Green Synergy, either one. The Green Synergy has all the same things, although it does have an adaptogen in there with which helps you build collagen. So the gut health, the prebiotic, the probiotic, and the digestive enzyme that I put in the Be Well greens in the morning, that was huge, right? Because it supported digestion, it helped with nutrient absorption, and it balanced my microbiome, which I assume was just totally off and toxic. And the reason why that product is so powerful, you guys, is because your gut is like your third brain. It impacts everything that you've got going on, your energy, your mood, your skin, right? People have skin problems. We give them a prebiotic, probiotic, digestive enzyme, boom, all of a sudden their skin is glowing. It also helps with your immune system and your metabolism. So Arbonne's formula stands out really because of the way that it's formulated, and the prebiotics and the probiotics, which I'm not even going to attempt to mention because they're long, Saccharomyces and some other things. Like, the words are just too long for me. But because of what Arbonne puts in there, it helps with the good bacteria, and the enzymes then help with the breakdown for your food for better absorption. And also, another little trick I did in the morning and in the evening is I always had, in the morning I had hot water with lemon, and I added in my Clean Tox tea. So I did 2 Clean Tox teas every single day. The first one was in the morning, And before anything else, I woke up, I drank that hot water with the Clean Tox tea, and it was just amazing. And then at night before I go to bed, I did the same thing, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but I added a peppermint tea to that. So let me tell you what makes the Clean Tox tea so powerful. It supports the body's detoxification process, your liver and your kidneys, which are really important. It supports it with milk thistle, dandelion, and peppermint. These are herbs that actually help the liver and the kidneys gently, and this is key, gently remove the toxins. It also soothes digestion and it aids in digestion, and it reduces your bloating along with the greens, reduces bloating as well. And it actually sets your body up for better absorption the following day or the morning that you drink it. So that's super important. Another add on that I didn't do every day, but I did maybe every 3 or 4 days was I love matcha. Like I'm obsessed with matcha. I was drinking a matcha latte every single day. So I had to switch off the matcha lattes because you do know, right? When you get a matcha latte, ask to see what kind of milk, if you're using plant milk, they're putting in their matcha lattes. They're usually filled with tons of sugar, 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 grams of sugar. There's one spot where I live that makes their own almond milk. And so it has no sugar in it. And that's the only place I can actually drink a matcha now that my body doesn't put on a pound or two after drinking just a matcha. Because remember, I'm using the scale for data, right? So I would sometimes, before my breakfast shake, I would have a matcha, and the matcha's incredible. It like gives you this steady, non-jittery energy. It also has just so many phytonutrients and antioxidants in there. I think 64 to be exact. It helped me with my focus. I know it helped reset my metabolism as well. It's so important. And it helps fight inflammation as well. So it's really just like an overall wellness product. If you can fit that in somewhere in your day, you'll be golden with it. And ours has MCT oil, which helps with fat absorption, and it's really incredible. And so our matcha is one of the only matchas out there that is clean sourced and vegan certified, giving you all the benefits without the toxins or additives. See, that's the thing people don't think about. When they're buying matcha and when they're buying these different things, they don't know where they're sourced. They don't know the toxins that are in them. They don't know if they have heavy metals. And it's so important to buy from a company you trust. So the next thing I did was I broke my fast basically, or I had my first meal, I guess you could say. I kind of broke my fast with the greens, but I would make a protein shake, and you guys, I just did it plain and simple. I just shook it up with water and cinnamon. Once in a while, I would add blueberries, not very often. I just liked it super plain and super simple. I didn't want to get the extra sugar to make me crave more sugar because I am personally addicted to sugar. If I was in a rush, this was my favorite drink. A scoop of the Arbonne Essential Meal Protein Powder, my greens, right? My green balance, the chia seeds, a squeeze of a lemon, and then the gut health. And that was like my superfood shake. And it was absolutely amazing. And why I love the essential meal protein, because I swore off all seed oils. The only seed oil or the only oil I will actually I say drink because sometimes I would have a teaspoon of olive oil if I felt like I needed more omegas. But I gave up all seed oils, and that's why I won't get a matcha latte out somewhere else, because a lot of those matcha lattes have canola oil. You guys, we're consuming so much sugar in a day, we have no idea. So the essential meal protein has 25 grams of plant protein from pea, hemp, pumpkin seed, and quinoa. And vitamins, minerals, B vitamins, everything you can imagine, fiber, healthy fats, prebiotics, all of it. Low glycemic, vegan, right? Formulated without dairy, soy, or artificial ingredients. It's like a complete meal in a glass. And then when you add it in and mix it all together with your greens, it's just a superfood shake, and it's amazing. So I gave up all processed carbs and sugars. I know you're probably thinking, how did you do that? I eased my way into it. If I were to have a carb, I had 1 cup of brown rice or tri-colored rice, or I would have a sweet potato. Sometimes I cheated and I had a real potato. I personally am vegan, so it's harder for me to lose weight than someone who eats chicken or meat because my protein will come from soy or beans. So it's harder for me to figure it out. So if you're not vegan, this is going to be a breeze for you. I ate lots of beans, but the one thing I did, I was careful not to combine beans, um, which is a carb, which is a protein, with a carb like rice or potato. I didn't combine those, right? So it was never beans and rice together, which before was my staple, because that balance made such a huge difference in keeping my blood sugar stable and reducing inflammation. And yeah, Anna just mentioned, if you're a guest on here, can you drop your name in the chat with guest of? And we are going to draw for a raffle at the end of this. We have a $100 raffle to give away, so you might be the lucky one. So just say Jill Bush, guest of Anna Ryan, however that works, right? I talked about seed oils. I eliminated all of those. And yeah, so those were some of the clean fats that I use to support my hormones, my brain health, and my skin health. So another huge difference, I drank half my body weight in water. Okay, this was a struggle for me. I could not get it down. So what I started to do was I got my Stanley out, I filled it with ice. I knew that my greens drink would count for 40 ounces. Okay, so I'm just going to put it out there. I was 178 pounds when I started this. So I had to drink a lot of water, right? But by the time I got to the end of this whole 30 days, and then the 7 and 8 weeks, I was drinking less and less water because my weight was decreasing. But I would fill that with lemon and I would drink it. And I found adding the lemon helped so much. Sometimes I would put mint in there. Sometimes I would put basil in there. Sometimes I even put cinnamon in there because it helped me drink it. And I never drank water during meals because I never wanted to dilute my own personal digestive enzymes that were working for me with my meal. So I always waited to drink water either before or after my meal, right? To keep my digestion strong. And then again at night, I kind of talked about it. I did a peppermint and clean tox tea. So that was really amazing. That helped support my digestion overnight. It helped with the bloating. It just helped calm my stomach. I felt really good. I felt like it was really digesting my food. So that was really good. One thing that you can put in your water is fizz sticks. Those are one of my favorites. It's basically a clean energy lift without all the sugar or chemicals. It's B vitamins, green tea, guarana, and ginseng. It's amazing. And it'll give you like clean focus. You guys, all these people that are drinking these energy drinks out there, get them switched over. Once they try a fizz, they never come back. Like I have a little card that I sent somebody today and it says, "You've been fizzed." Because once somebody has been fizzed, they will never go back to Diet Coke or to energy drinks that are on the market. So when you mix it with water, it helps keep you hydrated and it boosts your energy naturally. And it actually boosts your mental feeling of euphoria. It makes you feel really good. Yeah, fizz is life. So replace your energy drinks and your sodas with that. We have pomegranate, blood orange. Uh, I almost said the new flavor. We have mango peach. We have blackberry. I mean, we just had blueberry that launched. It's sold out. We'll have another flavor that launches. It'll sell out. It's amazing, you guys. When fizz launches, it's a fizz frenzy. So I just want to tell you, like, those are some of the tweaks that made a difference for me. I feel so good. You don't have to jump all in right away. Here's some ways that like you can get started. You can do the core four, right? You can just get 4 products. You can do a protein shake, a gut health, a Be Well Greens or Green Synergy, and get the Clean Tox tea and get started for under $200. Like replacing your meals and your money in your wallet. My husband's like, wow, you are not taking from the money drawer. What is going on? I saved so much money over the last 8 weeks. It is insane what's happened, right? You can also, if you just want a quick reset or you want a detox before the 30 days, I suggest doing the 7-day reset. It's a great reset for your system to reduce bloating and cravings quickly. You kind of do an intermittent fasting with that. And I love to offer that to clients before they do a full 30 days. It is a shorter focused program, it's only 7 days. So you got to do something after it. You either do the 7 days and then do a 30-day after it, or follow it with a core four or something like that, right? I would say the big mama, the one that's really incredible is our 30 days to healthy living. That is really what helped me save the most money. This is a full lifestyle transformation, whether you need to lose weight or not. I needed to lose weight, so the weight came off. This is ideal for those people that are ready to just reset their habits, detoxify their body, improve their energy, have better sleep, have better digestion, and just clear mental clarity. It's absolutely amazing. So I want to share why I'm so passionate about health and wellness, and why clean beauty and skincare matters to me, and why it's so important to me. And it is really personal for me to share this, but I think it's really important because it's one of the reasons why I said yes to, number one, using Arbonne products, and then to building an Arbonne business. When I was 12 years old, I lost my dad suddenly at the dinner table. He was 48. And that experience actually changed me for my life. At that age, at the age of 12 years old, I became obsessed with learning what we put in our bodies, what affects our health. I started reading every health and nutrition book I could get my hands on. I was so like just different than any 12-year-old out there, because I wanted to know, like, what is it that I can do so that I don't follow in that genetic footstep, right? And then at 32, um, at 32, I experienced another deep loss. My first child at 34 weeks was stillborn. That was really traumatic. And later, I learned that one of the ingredients in the nail polish that I was using, which is now banned, it was banned a year after I gave that stillbirth. That was one of those ingredients in that nail polish that I was using, was causing stillbirths in women when I went to look into it. Okay. So that was like a huge inflection point and turning point for me. And I realized at that point, you guys, and this is really important, if you take one thing away tonight, walk away with this. What you put on your body matters just as much as what you put in your body. It's not a choice. What are you putting on your children's bodies? That's why I said yes to Arbonne. I was putting this blue soap in their bathtub, right? Liquid soap with bubbles, a popular store in a mall. I was basically poisoning my kids every night with toxic chemicals. That is why I am so passionate about sharing clean, safe products that don't compromise your health. It's not just about looking good and beauty and lipstick and eye makeup and all the things. It's about what's in those products. Turn over the label. And if you can't read those ingredients, don't put it on your skin, because our choices matter. And that is what really led me to Arbonne, a company that truly aligns with my values of health and wellness. And Arbonne bans over 2,000 ingredients in their products. You've got to read their ingredient policy. It's amazing. I don't have time tonight, but your health is your foundation, you guys. When your body is balanced, your energy is high, your mindset shifts, and everything else in life expands and everything draws to you. You're like a magnet. So whether you're looking to lose weight, build muscle, improve digestion, or simply feel more alive, this is for you. The 30 days or any form of it, the core four, one product, protein, whatever it is. Maybe it's a skincare. And here's the beautiful thing, you guys. Leaning into clean nutrition and skincare didn't just transform my health. It opened doors I never expected. I'm literally sitting in the house that I built because I built an Arbonne business. And you can check earnings.arbonne.com, but that is my story and that is the truth. By living and sharing this lifestyle authentically, I built a thriving business that allows me to teach others how to do what I do, teach others how to feel better, teach others how to live a cleaner lifestyle, teach others how to create freedom, whatever freedom means to them, doing something meaningful. That's what happens when your passion and your purpose aligns. You don't need perfection. You just need a community like Arbonne, consistency, and the willingness to take the first right step, right? Towards your health, towards your financial health, whatever it is that you're looking for, what brought you here tonight, right? Maybe you don't even know why you're here, but you're just here, right? So feed your body what it needs. Trust the process and remember that you are not dieting. You're actually designing your future health and you're raising your children in the environment that you create. I created an environment where my daughter is a cleaner eater and cleaner with what she puts on her body than I am. She is just obsessed with it. And so is my son. And that is what I was able to impart on them from learning this healthy living lifestyle. So for you, it might start today with a protein shake and a green synergy. And 6 months later, it might transform or morph into something more, right? So if you are ready to nourish yourself from the inside out, to live with purpose, to have energy, to like feel what I'm feeling inside right now at my age, right? If you're really, really ready to begin your like my brand is Pure Lifestyle. So if you're ready to begin this pure lifestyle, journey, you have a consultant that invited you to this call tonight. If you're ready to take control of your health, to have that glow from the inside out, to like just look at life through a different lens, you can begin with one of our sets. Everything you need, we have. Or if you're ready to focus on what goes into your body, if you want to change your skincare, you guys, I'm obsessed with our skincare, like obsessed. If you do a before and after picture, literally take a picture, put our skincare on, take an after picture, you're going to go like, it's like, holy moly. You're going to be just like, you're going to look at it and think, this is amazing, right? So lean in, you guys, lean all in and learn about purity and safety and results that fuel everything, right? Because wherever you start, whatever you do tonight, nutrition, skincare, or both, you're choosing to honor your health, your energy, your future, and your legacy, and what you give back to your kids. I mean, they're saying you can live past 100. I'm all here for it. Bring it on. And by the way, just to let you know, when I started this journey and I had that visceral fat, I also had a body age of 62. Since I've been doing the 30 days to healthy living, guess what my body age is? You guys are gonna like not believe it. I went from a body age of 62 to a body age of 51. You can go to your doctor and they have those scans and stuff that can kind of tell you where you're at. So anyways, that's my story for tonight. You can become a preferred client. It's free this month with a 150 order. So that's a great deal. If you're a preferred client on this call and you want to upgrade to a consultant, you can do that with a 250 order and it's free as well. If you want to host something at your house and do a healthy living party, that's really fun. Tomorrow night, I'm doing Let's Get Sheet Faced. I'm doing a sheet face mask party. Having so much fun, you guys, with this business and this community. So there's lots of ways that you can get started, and you can just, you can just be a client. If you don't want a discount at all, that's fine too. We'll take you any way you want to come, but I can make you one promise, and that is your life will change from using these products. There is no doubt in my mind. And if it doesn't, for whatever random reason, you have 90 days to return the products, and you can return an empty bag or tell them you used it all. And Arbonne is so generous that they will return the money on your card the minute you call. That is how sure they are of their products. And we have less than 0.5% return rate. So that is Arbonne. That is my wellness journey. I hope I answered the questions and gave you everything I did. But if not, ask your consultant. They can reach out to me and I can share more. And by the way, we have a wellness community, a wellness collective, tons of recipes, Facebook support, shopping lists. We take all the guesswork out of it. All you need to do is say yes, and then we give you the shopping list, what to eat, when to eat it, all the things, and what not to eat. So that is it, you guys. And I'm going to turn it over to Anna, who hopefully collected your names. Hopefully you put in your name as a guest of, because we are going to draw tonight for somebody to win the $100 gift certificate. And I hope that my guests tonight put their names in. I know some of them are driving, but if they didn't, I'll get something for you guys. So
Hi guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Give me just a second, and I'm just looking at the chat to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So we've got some good odds tonight. Share here. Okay, so I've got Amy, Emily, Jessica, and Amy again. I'm gonna go ahead and click to spin.